God is love. Love, if we are not tied to a specific package, love is abundantly available to fill your heart and your soul. Open yourself to all of it. You guys, so I looked at this bookshelf. Actually, I've been looking at this bookshelf for a few weeks and like it's a mess. So you can see where the mess lies. The children's books. I think I'm gonna organize it today. I'm gonna have my girls help me organize it because this is how they be doing it. So, but anyway, before I do that, I actually wanted to show you guys my book collection. So these are my books. I wanted to well, these two books I'm actually reading right now, so I guess I'll show you them. I had this on my Instagram the other day, on my story. I actually got this for Juneteenth, and I read a few pieces out of it. Not one of those books where you have to read it from front to back. It's exactly what it says it is. It's tales of heroes, gods, and monsters of African origin, and absolutely love it. We don't, too often have stories from us, and actually the history and the origin of our story making here and in its influence on the American cultures even prior, before, and expanding. So this has such a wide variety of African history, not history, but storytelling culture within it. I love it. This book here, The Power of Now, I have been talking about this book for a little minute, right? If you keep up with my social media. Right, then we're gonna go into this book, The Alchemist. This is an excellent book. I'm not going to tell too much, okay? But on here it's literally a tale about following your dream. It's a lot deeper than that, but yeah, this one was gifted to me. I actually haven't read this one yet, so maybe I will one of these days. Work is Love Made Visible. I can see me in there. I'm not gonna do too much explaining on all of them because it's just too many books. We'll be here all day, and I got a few things that I have to do. The Perfect Matrimony. My ex. I'm still getting used to saying that. My most recent ex got me this book. Yeah. So I haven't read all of it, but I read some of it. Self-realization, the science of self-realization. Mating in Captivity. This is actually a really good book. You guys, if you're following me, or if you just know me in general, you know that I love this book so much. This is a fave. This is a fave. Warrior Goddess. This book has been heaven sent for me since, for the past few months, like what I've been going through. This book has been amazing. I didn't know I was God. My cousin actually wrote this book, and this book is amazing, to be honest. It's a short book. It has 82 pages in total, and it's really good. You can find that on Amazon. Eckhart Tolle, Oneness with Life. It's kind of a piggyback off of this. So 101 Quantum Questions. I love quantum physics, if you didn't know. Love it. So this is if that's your kingdom, then The 5 Love Languages, men's edition, right? But it's a really good book. 20 Spiritual Lessons for Creating the Life You Want by Deepak Chopra. 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 Okay. Let me just pull a few of them out at the same time. Tales of a Female Nomad. This book. I love this book so much. I have just like a few pages left. I'm one of those people who will read multiple books at once because I'm a true book reader. I love reading books so much. It's one of my favorite hobbies since I was a child. I love books. Literally cannot get enough of them. My literal world lights up when I get a new book, no matter how many I have. But to be a book lover, I actually don't have as many books as I could. Like my children, this is not even, they have like books all down here. This is crazy. They have more books. So yeah, I have given books away because I don't want to just like collect books. Like the last few years I've been in like making a habit out of releasing things that I don't need. I don't need to hold on to things because that transfers over into the energetic world, right? You kind of want to hold on to things that you don't need. And I tended to do that, kind of had a fear of letting things go. Somebody was commenting on my YouTube video that I just put out today. So I'm filming today on Sunday and I just dropped my new video. So when you see this, you should have already watched this 7 days ago, unless you watched it again. Okay, but Norman, The Celebration of Life, Norman Cousins. Did I show this one? I don't think I showed this one. The Winning Life, an Introduction to Buddhist Practice. I haven't read this one yet, actually. Very short. Okay, and then we have Spiritual Liberty. This is the Sufi message of Hazrat I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna do it. But I've read some of this video. The Morning Muse, Mystical Revelations to Live By. I actually posted a short with some of the books, but I didn't show nearly all of my books. All right, and then we have Invitation to Astrophysics. I'm a physics girly. I'm a science girly. So this book, I love this book. I did not read all of it, but I haven't, this is not one of those books where for me, where I would just read it from front to back. Black holes. Yeah. You really get a deep understanding of life when you study physics, astrophysics, quantum physics, whatever, like just the studies of life, to be honest, period. Just like the science, that's my world right there. I'm a math and science type of girl. I'm a STEM type of girly, okay? Healing in the Mind. This book is really good. It basically has a lot of, it's like dialogue between, I don't know if it's only medical professionals, but I haven't read all of it, but from what I've read, it's been dialogue between medical professionals, doctors of all different kinds, and their connection on the mind to healing and health and things like that. Very interesting. They share a lot of stories from their patients and their practices and experiments and stuff like that. Really interesting thing. If you're interested in learning about the way that the mind works on a deep level, because I am, which also brings me to this book, Sex on the Brain is Not What You Think. This goes into, this is a doctor here. This is a medical doctor, and he is basically giving the scientific rundown on the connection of sex to the mind and why people have certain fetishes and, you know, just sex in general and its connection to the mind. It's very interesting. I'm trying not to tell you the book by telling you that, but go look it up. This is a really good book. Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, and Making a Good Brain Great. So that was one of his other books. He's into the neuroscience, okay? This is also a really amazing book that I love. This actually, I've had this before I had children. Look, you can tell, okay? Since before I've had children, I've had this and I love it. It's full of poetry, meditations, prayers, libations, affirmations, of African origin. This is just one of my all-time favorite. I don't think I'm gonna let this go anytime soon, to be honest, unless I decide that I want to live out of a backpack one day. But I might take this with me though. I don't know. I just love it a lot. And then we have The Fundamentals of Buddhism. I like studying different religions and practices and things like that, though I don't follow anyone myself. I have a different take on that, but we're not going to get into all of that. I'm going to say we're all following the same God. We just call it different names and maybe visualize it differently. And the people that we connect with God with, we label ourselves with different names and stuff like that. But that's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? And we have, this is a story of Ras Alula in the scramble for Africa. The Road Less Traveled, a new psychology of love, traditional values, and spiritual growth. Can y'all tell what kind of books I'm into? Yeah, you can tell. The Relaxation Response, a simple meditative technique that has helped millions to cope with fatigue, anxiety, and stress. Some of my books are missing, some of my books are missing. But I think this will be the last book that I'm going to show you, Zen Wisdom. This is also one of my favorite books. First of all, if you're into tiny things, I like tiny stuff, this book, it really is an amazing book. It's like 90 pages, really good wisdom right on there. And that's it, you guys.